Welcome to Parker 75 testing. We usually arrive midweek to get ready for the big race. There's Dave Potter installing a new transom plate for his T2 powerhead. There's the Mercury factory truck, Dave's Molinary, and motorhome. Look at all the goodies in the Mercury factory truck. Ah, the Havasu Springs Motel, the Mercury stronghold for the first weekend in March every spring. And there's a view of the course from the motel on the hill. There's Dave's cockpit, fuel tank, and 100 cubic inch T2 being installed. .501 Bert Sarah and number 190 Billy Seabold. Underneath that tarp is the Herring Molinary boat with the new 122 cubic inch V6 T3. A little secret testing by number 148 Dick Shearer of Crusader Boats at one of the many launching ramps along the course. Note that there's no steering wheel. The boat was driven by joysticks that used hydraulic steering. There's number 3 Tim Briggs in his Mod 50 rig. Blueprinted 3-cylinder Evinrude with racing lower unit, great power to weight ratio, good fuel economy. There's A. Cardoza from Brazil, one of the many KTs at the race, and no race would be complete without the girls. There's number 82 Bill Combs, another KT. There's a little KT testing. There's number 82 Bill Combs, 52 Jerry Simonson, 501 Bert Sarah, 226 Dave Potter, and 241 is Earl Benz. Number 226 Dave Potter into the trailer for another prop change. Testing was always put the boat in, take the boat out, put the boat in, take the boat out. There's Mitch Lemke, who was in first place from the end of hour 1 to the end of hour 4 of the 7-hour race before breaking down. Herring and Molinary led the rest of the day, and the rest, as we say, is history. Number 3 Tim Briggs. During the race the next day, Tim came upon the crash remains of Cardoza's KT. Cardoza was unconscious in the water. Tim, with no regard of his own personal safety, jumped into the icy river and held the driver's face up until help arrived. There's number 191 Jimbo McConnell in the Scotty Craft with one of OMC's new V6s in the spring of '75. Co-driver was Barry Woods from the state of Washington in the Pacific Northwest. There's Jimbo on the backstretch with the boat running smooth as silk. And there he is signaling to go into the pits. Number 226 Dave Potter with his dad Les and co-driver Lee Davies from British Columbia, Canada. KT 919 John Gibbs in a marathon haul with the Mercury TRS number 2 Speedmaster inboard-outboard. Number 22X, Gary Peacock down the backstretch. That's a sister boat to the overall winners, Bob Herring and Renato Molinary. And here's Gary coming into the trailer for another prop test. That's a T2 engine on one of the 2 outboards he brought to race. Number 22 was driven by Reggie Fountain. There's Jimbo into the pits. Number 226, Dave Potter, with his dad Les and co-driver Lee Davies. Number 22X, Gary Peacock, with the sister Molinary to the winning boat. One of the many jet drive boats at Parker 7-hour Enduro in 1975, the Rooster Tails were a menace to society. It was like driving into a fire hose spray at about 100 miles an hour. A beautiful shot of the south end of the course with the dam on your left, a one buoy turn, the start-finish tower, then 6.5 miles north back up the winding Colorado River. A one buoy turn, then 6.5 miles south for 13 miles a lap. There's downtown Parker, there's the start-finished tower. It's all the pits, gas station. Now it's 6.5 miles up the river. See the tower there? A little testing going on. Couple outboards putting the chase on one of the mini inboards in the race. That's a looking north. Number 191, Jimbo McConnell with Barry Woods. And number 196 is Johnny Sanders with Tommy Posey. Both with the new OMC V6s on Scotty Crafts. There's number 48, Dave Packer from Hawaii, driving a Ron Jones Pickle Fort. There's a red OMC Molinary making a nice turn at the south end. Looks like it's V4 Evinrude. Signaling to go into the pits. It's number 165, Bob Holloway, Mercury T2 power. You can see the one buoy there, taking a bit of a wide turn. Number 229, Bob Larson, in a Delcraft, OMC V4. There's a KT, Hot Pursuit. Larson again, making a nice turn. Front of the pits. Number 148, Dick Shearer. Lay down, no steering wheel, 2 joysticks with hydraulics for turning. Futuristic engine cowl. This guy was way ahead of his time. There he is down the backstretch. And again in front of the pits. Number 229, Bob Larson. Larson Marine. Driving a Delcraft from Stockton, California. Evinrude V4. Note the cable steering setup there. T140, the late Bob Massey Switzer Wing, one of a few dual outboard boats in 1975. Parker was kind of a run what you brung kind of race. Number 79, Cordoza from Brazil. This is the boat he blew over on race day, and thanks to Tim Briggs, he's alive to tell the tale. Number 54, Ted May in Hellcat. Johnson Stinger V4. Number 982, Brett May. His dad George was the head referee. Number 6, Powerboat Magazine, owner Bob Nordstrog, Tunnel Hall. Turn the key, ready to race. I wonder what that boat would be worth these days. T140, dual Mercury Switzer wing. And there's number 48, Dave Packer, and number 148, Dick Shearer, doing a little testing on the eve of the big race. There's a look at the pits. Number 226, Dave Potter, and number 165, Bob Holloway, in Dave's motorhome. Shearer and Potter down the backstretch, and mixing it up a little in the one buoy turn. There's Shearer cruising nicely. Number 153, Dick Robert. There's Dick Shearer again. Number 22X, driven by Gary Peacock. And there's number 742, Mercury Molinary. An awful lot of porpoising. This boat would later blow over in testing. T140 Switzer wing, dual Mercuries. For some reason, these wings are just timeless. And there's Dave. Number 48, Dave Packer from Hawaii. Beautiful Ron Jones pickle fork with a Mercury T2. Number 3, Tim Briggs, Mod 50 boat, trailer and truck, and spare boat. Easy Over Racing and their entry. Number 22X, Gary Peacock cutting inside a guy that's signaling for the pits. Again. 226, Dave Potter, testing a new prop on the stopwatch. Turning about 7.5 minutes a lap. There goes Dave. While number 713, Mike Murphy, and 48, Dave Packer, do a little racing. Number 742, that's what happens when you go too fast. And the start of the race, 12 hours away. PBG Magazine, Marine. Rigged Tunnel Hall, rigged and ready to race, if you got the cash. Note the long afterplanes and Mercury T2. Racers from all over the world came to win and race at Parker. The team of Peacock Cordoza entered 2 KTs and 2 unlimited outboards. And here's the boat that Reggie Fountain drove the next day. Number 229, Bob Larson's boat from the previous season for sale. Make a nice SJ boat. Number 322, Tom McGovern, and 148, a KT tunnel for sale. Number 713, Mike Murphy's ride for sale. Number 982, Brett May, doing some testing on the stopwatch. Little prop testing. There's number 107, Lou Burnett, Parker winner in 1967 and 68. There's a Crusader hull. Notice the air slots on the deck. Mr. Les Potter, and there's Mark and Jim at the Mercury truck. Bill Welch, manager. There's number 201, Kenny Stevenson. Kenny was Dave's co-driver in 1974 at Parker. Number 107, Lou Burnett. Looks like a big Ron Jones pickle Ford. Sure matches Potter's motorhome nice. Number 982, Brett May. I bet he doesn't have as much hair today. Number 735, Tom Arnstad of Marathon Boats. KT-79, A. Cardoza. KT-80, Art Williams. Number 999, Jan Witten driving a Zonker craft, which looks like a twister with a cowbell exhaust. Number 177, Rudy Ramos in a KT boat. Rudy was a previous winner of Havasu in an outboard. And that's what's left of the boat house's entry after blowing over 100 miles an hour. Number 229, Bob Larson, and even a Chrysler Stacker. The joysticks and red lock buttons and foot throttle in Shearer's laydown race boat. And number 919, the KT Marathon boat of John Gibbs. Note the long afterplanes. Stay tuned for the 1973 Parker, Arizona 7-hour Enduro in production now. Boats of every class raced head-to-head for 7 grueling hours. Only the tough survive. Outboards, inboards, jet drives. 13-mile course, 6.5 miles north, and then 6.5 miles back south to the start, finish line, and pits. Running at speeds of over 100 miles an hour for 7 grueling hours. There's Renato Molinari keeping an eye on Bob Herring, leading the first lap. Mercury factory drivers. Here he is coming around, and you can see how much of a lead he's opened up in the first 13 miles. There's the next boat. There goes Bob Herring. And there's Renato keeping an eye on him.